Alright, we're here in free agency. So basically, last night something weird happened. This game is so broken, and I'll show y'all what I mean. You go into free agency, and so I had like simmed yesterday at like 6 probably, and I'm looking at like I just like looked through the free agents, but I was going to go back to watching the games. Like I was watching USC manhandling Notre Dame. I'm watching the games, and then so I didn't look through free agency, but I seen DeForest Buckner. I was like, oh, all right, we're gonna go sign him. And if you look in the top on the top, it says we're in eval period 1, which means that we didn't sim or anything. The game glitched and like simmed, so like some of the top free agents are all gone, or the people or the guys people had bid on already. Because I was gonna wait till I started recording to like really start diving into this, but here we are, and we don't have a chance at some of the top free agents. Basically, the reason I wanted DeForest Buckner is because we're in a spot right now where we need to be pass rushers, and Smael, we would be developing him into one, and we don't really have time for that. We're trying to win a Super Bowl, like this, like now. And so, I'm trying to trade for an elite DT1 that's kind of cheap. We have 40 million cap, which seems like a lot, but it's not really a lot when you consider like we got guys like Jalen and Likely and those guys coming up soon. So whatever I signed, it was probably gonna be a 1 year. Whoever I signed was probably gonna be a 1 year. I mean, Leonard Fournette could be cool. He ain't gonna fumble if we do give it to him. Strong. Leonard Fournette's an option, and nobody's really looking at him right now. We're gonna wait till another eval period though before we do that, or maybe it'll sim another eval period and we don't have to worry about it. Maybe some of these holdbacks if they're cheaper. Ben Mason's an option. CD was in free agency. I wasn't really gonna go for him, but he's ending up a Jaguar. It's kind of annoying when the game does stuff like this. And also because, we were having a speed issue in the Super Bowl. I was like, all right, we're going to sign either Jeff Smith or MVS. Both of them are gone. So, we do need a wide receiver 5. I like De'Ami Brown, but we can easily just draft a receiver if it comes down to that. And then a lot of these guys going to be here in free agency next year to begin with. Tight ends. We don't really need another tight end. We did trade Jake Brenningstool to the Patriots for a third. He's a Clemson fan, so I guess that's why he did it. And we don't really need Jake Brenningstool because we got Pitts. So it's not a tight end 2 battle, it's a tight end 3 battle. What we do need to do though is we need to bring in a mentor tight end, because that's one of his contract interests or whatever. Like one of the things he needs for his contract to be signed, or like that he wants in the team he signs to for his contract. So we're gonna try and sign a mentor tight end. Probably someone who can kind of contribute though. Uzoma maybe. I think they'll offer for CJ Uzoma. Nothing crazy. 1 year, 4 mil. And we're trying to trade Ronnie, but we still need O-line depth. You bring in DJ Humphries, especially if we end up moving Blake Fisher to that left side. Getting a mentor at the position would be kind of cool. I'm cool with 1 year because it doesn't really matter. Use your cap while you have it, 2 years would be the ones that would kind of bite into the next year cap, and that could be very dangerous for us to do. I'm trying to get somebody who's like a nice pass rusher. Jadeveon Clowney could be cool, but at least he's a mentor. If we bring him in, there's no real downside to it. I'll consider bringing in Jadeveon Clowney. I like Jadeveon anyway, so we'll bring him in. Worst case, he'll just be a mentor. Get some XP for guys like Desmond Watson and Travis Jones, who's probably going to be going after this year, but wait. 3 teams interested in Zadarius. I'd rather Zadarius than the other guy, though. 2 year, I'll give you 1, but I'll give you more money. I'll give Zadarius like 14 a year to come play here. 14.5. I'll give him 14.5. If he wants to come, sure. If not, then that's also fine. We're among his top teams. And also, nobody's going after Jadeveon right now. Yeah, no one's going after Jadeveon. I think I'm gonna withdraw this offer for right now on Jadeveon, and then we'll see what happens with Zadarius. Because if we do get Zadarius, then he'll just come in, play that D line, play on that D line, and be big for us there. Yeah, and then he can play D tackle, and we'll move on from what's his name. That would almost serve as DeForest Buckner would have served. Eric Stokes and Shaq Griffin were 2 big guys that are signed. Paulson Adebo, when we do the Saints franchise, I'll see a lot of him. I like Paulson Adebo from Stanford. Speaking of Stanford, their coach just stepped down. I'm just kind of rambling right now, but hey, it is what it is. Taylor Turnbridge and Bernie Learn, you know what I'm saying? Joey Porter Jr. is interesting to me. Next negotiation period, I might throw him an offer. Joey Porter Jr., he's good. He's 6'2". He's only 90 speed, which is why nobody's really looking at him, but he's still young. He's 24. and he's nice. If we were to remake the draft class, which I actually have, in my other series, y'all see that if it's up by now. Yeah, he would probably not be that bad. Kicker Tuck is low-key getting old, but I don't know if it's worth bringing in somebody now. So yeah, that's it for free agency. So yeah, we're not really bringing any impact players, but we're trying to bring in players that can help us overall build our team. And yeah, after we do this, we're gonna go through our picks because there have been some trades that I made that I probably didn't talk about just now, and some trades made around the league that I definitely didn't talk about just now. But yeah, we're gonna adjust that, and then we're gonna get into some players that we're targeting in the draft. But yeah, all right, we're back. I haven't seen who we signed yet. I haven't clicked anything but the sim button. So we'll see who we got. It says none of, so we got everyone, or everyone got signed. All right, so we get Humphreys and Uzoma. Unfortunately, Zadarius appears to have preferred somebody else to us. I don't know who that somebody else is yet, and he's tripping. But Paulson to the pass. Where did Zadarius go? To the Eagles? Come on, Z. This is what's going home to Baltimore, man. We're gonna go for Jadeveon Clowney. Hopefully, nobody else is gonna go for him. Next eval period is in like 7 hours, so I doubt anything we see now is gonna matter. But if it thinks Sims again, I gotta get my offers in. So we got this. Also, I'm trying to trade Ronnie. I don't know if I said that already. I don't think anybody's going for Joey Porter, and I just think that he's a nice low-key player that I can. I'm thinking 1 year Joey. He might sign. He might not. I don't really care. I'm not stressing on a 90-speed corner. But Joey Porter's good, so I can see it. Quarterbacks are good on. We are going to try and draft my guy Ja'Carri Brown. I am wearing the Miami shirt today, coincidentally. I'm thinking bring in Eric Flowers, move him to right tackle, have him mentor Falela even more. We might be getting a top 15 pick, but we'll go over what our picks are right now, just so we're all, reading from the same sheet of music. Alright, so the Panthers traded Rashawn Gary for pick 30 and Dre Greenlaw from the Rams. We traded Breece for pick 38 this year from Atlanta. Their first next year. So Atlanta, they've been bad. They have been a top 10 pick for both years. So hopefully that turns into a top 10 pick, and we got Breece for a top 10 pick, which would be a fleece. But he is getting better. He has Shadur, so maybe there's a future there. And then his third next year. So we got 3 picks for Breece, and we traded him for Jacobs and 3 seconds. So we're basically trading a second for a potential top 10, a higher second than we would have had. Actually, no, I think it's like 5 picks lower than the highest second we gave, and then third next year. I'm okay with it, and we got a year out of Breece and a Super Bowl run, and he was great, but I'm not going to be able to pay him. Address the assets you have now, and I'm pretty cool with pick 38. It's 2 top 40s for us as of right now, and we're still working on another. Obviously, we traded Brenningstool, like I said, to the Pats for a third. The biggest trade was the Bengals. The Bengals cannot keep his top picks. He trades his number 1 pick, which is going to be Travis Hunter, and pick 65 to the Chiefs of all teams for Tyquan Thornton, Storm Duck, and pick 30. Storm Duck was a corner that wouldn't jump when we would throw at him. And then pick 30, obviously he's getting another first. I mean, the Bengals are getting a first back, and Tyquan, who is 95 speed, still young, 6'2" receiver. And then the Browns traded 95 speed running back Kamar Wheaton to the Bengals for a second next year and a fourth this year. He let Mixon walk, so I guess he's just thinking, I get some speed at running back, which is cool. I respect it, but I can get up. I was thinking about trading one of our corners for Damani Jackson. We're not going to get Trav, but if we can get Damani, that would be cool. But he runs a 4.31. He's a corner. He's 6'1". He's 21. This man's going number 2 overall, if I were to guess. I mean, as long as it's not a CPU pick, I think the CPU pick is 4th or something. But as long as it's not a CPU pick, this man is going 2nd overall. So I'm not going to trade up to 3 and then be stuck with it. Not that there's anything wrong with Evan Stewart. Evan Stewart's a dog, by the way. Cards has picked 8, and he's an LSU fan, so he probably gets Harold Perkins if he's there. Quarterbacks, like I said, I want to get Ja'Carri Brown just to be a backup. Maybe even bring him in some packages. Ashton Daniels is there, but we're not too worried about it. All right, running back, I really want Quinshon Judkins. That's the main reason I traded Breece. Quinshon is that guy. If we can get Quinshon, that would be huge. He's not very fast, which is kind of sad. But yeah, 4.63. But like, look at everything else: elite excel, elite agility, elite COD, elite jumping, and good strength. So he's not going down easily, and he's quick. And then in terms of straight line speed, we already have Devon. We can go back to a kind of 2-back system, which worked for us last year for the beginning of the year, and then we obviously went and got Breece. But I think that would kind of help us more, especially because Devon is so good, and we got to kind of utilize him too. So we can get Quinshon, that would be cool. Nick Singleton, if Quinshon somehow goes before, Nick Singleton's a good backup option. 4.5, 140, so not great. I expect him to run a little bit better this pro day. good speed, good excel, good strength, elite COD, and elite jumping, and great agility. So like there's good parts about him. I don't like him as much as I like Quinshon, but I think he can be good. Trevor Etienne's also here, but if you know, I didn't even notice. I mean, I did. I made a draft class, but I forgot this that I made him normal dev. I don't know why, but he's the fastest back out of the top three. The guys I'm looking at: Isaiah Bond, Alabama receiver, pretty fast, 4.31. So that's someone we're going to be looking at for sure. Obviously, we need more speed on the team after the Super Bowl. Aaron Anderson also kind of falls into the department of fast receivers that can add some speed to the team. 4.39. So I guess we'll include him on the watch list. If I get one of these guys, I got to trade one of our current receivers, and I'm not trading JSN. So it would be Judy, and I don't know if I want to do that, but we'll see. Antonio Williams is nice. Kobe Prentice. All these Alabama receivers are all like small, but they're dumb fast, but they can't catch. So 4.41. I'm actually not as impressed by that. That's probably gonna be like 93 speed, maybe 92 speed. So I don't want to really waste a pick on that. Jaleel Skinner is cool, but again, tight end isn't really a primary need of ours right now. But I mean, if we get to Curry, might as well bring in someone like that. O-line, do we really need O-line? Probably not. But for the future, we can kind of do what we did last year with a guy like Blake Fisher and bring him in and bring a lineman in and develop him. And then if Jensen does end up retiring after this year, we'll have a replacement plan in the building already and already developed. Like Fisher's like an 82 overall right now. He just had mentorship, or he had 2 mentors last year, and then he had focus training, and we brought him in as our 6th lineman. So that was really all he got, but he ended up being good, kind of because of that. So none of these left guards really interest me. The left tackles, Kelvin Banks, Josh Connolly, Will Campbell, those are the top guys. Keontae Gilgoin, Loki does intrigue me. But our line is about to be huge if we do end up getting that guy. DJ Campbell's nice. Jonah S. is cool. Zach Fisher, Blake Miller. I don't know about the rest of these guys. Emory Jones, he does start as a freshman. I'm pretty sure all the dudes who started as a freshman, and I don't know all of them, but if you start as a true freshman, I'm pretty sure you have a dev. So Emory Jones, we're going to bring in. Not a good pass blocker, though. It's the only SUC pass block to, I don't know where bro went. C block, pass block to A run block, so there's that. Right then, if we were somehow able to land Mikael Williams, it would kind of be like the Dallas Turner situation from last year. If he's there, like, at whatever spot, I would definitely take him. And I don't think I would feel bad about it this time either, because I'm not, like, targeting any skill position. I'm just trying to get the best D lineman and O lineman, D line or O line available, and then get Quinshon. I feel like we will end up being able to trade up. The Cowboys said he'd be willing to trade his pick if the corner he wants isn't there. I don't know who the corner he wants is. I don't really care. Probably it's like Damani Jackson. Actually, let's jump to corners. We'll come back to right ends in a second, but probably Will Johnson, maybe. But this corner class is deep because there's guys that are fast. I mean, shout out Davidson, but where's that Oklahoma kid that's like 6'1", 211 or something, or 6'2", 211? This kid right here, Jaden Rowe, he's fast, 4.31. So like someone like that could be going first round, and if that does happen, it is what it is. But anyway, back to right ends. Mikael's there, will take him. LT Overton, he's 280, so I do feel more comfortable playing him inside if we were to get him. 4.95, so obviously not a great athlete, but there is obviously the first round value there, so we'll look at it. David Bailey, we'd have to develop. Anthony Lucas, I'm not sure on. 6'6", 270 is a cool build. He's only 20, but he's not very fast. He has good acceleration and good jumping, so it seems like he's explosive, but not really a great athlete, if that makes sense. I don't really know if I would want him. But he is 20, so I guess the upside is there. I'll add him to the draft list. Shamar Stewart, 6'4", 285. Probably the D tackle that if we do trade up and go defense that will likely be there and that I'd want to take. 4'6" at D tackle is crazy. Like, absolutely absurd. 4.62 at that. It's not like it's a 4.69. Like, it's a 4.62. Elite speed, elite jump, elite agility, elite excel. Good strength, good COD. Not really too worried about his strength because we have guys that are strong. And he's 285, so he'll hold up. And he's really fast, and he's a good D tackle. So, Samar Stewart's someone I'm definitely looking for. That's probably, like, if we do end up trading up, and none of those top line guys are there for some reason, that's probably the guy that, I would look to get. And he's probably the most elite pass rusher that we can acquire. Gabriel Brownlow Dindy, 4.86 is solid at 300 pounds, elite speed. So he's another one in this boat of really good athlete. I could get behind drafting him. Yeah, that's what I had him marked. Travis Shaw, 6'6", 355. Yeah, this man's huge. Not really a great pass rusher. He's strong, but nothing else stands out. I mean, I guess he has good change of direction, but I don't know what that means for me if I'm drafting a D tackle. Only edge I would take if he's there for some reason, and he won't drop past 9. We probably won't trade up. He's a top team fit for us. But Harold Perkins, I mean, this guy is a freak. A zone coverage, and he's like a speed rusher. 4.44, elite everything except strength, which is solid. This man has a 39-inch vert. Like, nah, Harold Perkins is different. And he's 6'2", 220. And then maybe he's taking one of these other guys later. I do want to get Davison jersey, but yeah. Malachi Starks is really, really good. Starks is like the only one of these guys that if he's there at like 23, which is our first pick as of right now, maybe I consider it 4.39. And Malachi Starks is actually a dog in real life. Sonny Styles, he's probably going to drop because I believe he ran terribly. Sonny Styles, only 20 though, 4.56, and he's 6'4", elite strength. So if we take him, he'll be in like that Kyle role from year 1, where he'll just play outside backer. Thought process, guys we were probably going to want to get or really get: Jacurry, Quinshon, offensive lineman, a defensive lineman, probably Shamar Stewart. Like, that's the guy I'm pretty much highest on this D-line out of realistic options at 15, if we can get there, 14-15 range. Backer, not thinking anything. Harold Perkins, C.J. Hicks, not probably going to happen, but if they're there, maybe. Corner, nobody really. I mean, there's a chance I'll draft one late because I have a lot of picks, but I doubt any of the top corners I would probably look at will be there. Malachi Starks at safety is probably the only one we'll probably look at. So, yeah. That's the draft class breakdown of guys we're targeting. Number one gotta get is probably Quinshon, because that running back combo would be nice. But I think he will drop. He ran sub 4.6, so that's going to be cool. And then just a top D lineman or O lineman. If we can get one of the two, I'm cool with it. I'm not really going to trip too much over which one it is. We'll take best given situation, and I'm not going to overdraft O line to be our 6th O lineman this year. If we can get someone who can immediately come in and start at D tackle, I'll take that over someone who's probably going to be better in the long term at O line. But we'll see when that time comes tonight. All right, so we just did the first eval period. I was negotiating with 5 people. I think I added 2 linemen since last time y'all seen me. About to see what we got. All right, bet we got Jadeveon Clowney, so that's big. D tackle is where he's gonna play. He's gonna be big for us in the interior. Charles Leno back up. Joey Porter signs, and all right, so he basically signed the whole backup offensive line. 4 linemen, all vets, all gonna give us that extra XP for mentorship. And then we got Joey Porter, who's a good young DB. Let's give Jadeveon. I mean, 97 kind of work because we're 7 in college. I don't think anyone wears 7 right now, actually, so give him 7. Why not? I mean, if someone else comes in and we want to give that number up, then sure. But right now, give him 7. Jadeveon Clowney, bro. So we do have pro day results. We got another mock draft. We're gonna lock in with this mock draft. See what the mock draft's talking about. He's taking Travis. Don't believe the rat poison. Ooh, Browns is probably gonna Harold Perkins, huh? Alright, so trades we made. So we just traded Ronnie Stanley and a second next year for a first next year and a second this year. So we got another second this year. We're stockpiling picks. The literal thing I said I didn't want to do. And we're doing it. So it's life. You know, tables turn, bridges burn, but you live and learn. So it's interesting. I'm trying to offer Terrion. I mean, I like Terrion, but like, we don't need another D. Like, we have Tyreek already. So no real point to, put Terrion. I mean, to keep Terrion, especially since he got that speed upgrade. Like, this, you know what I'm saying? So high. This is the youngest he's ever going to be. So, maximize the value, at least in my opinion. Shamar is actually projected to go 11 as of right now. So, let's talk about league free agents, because I've kind of been not talking about it like I should. All right, so CeeDee Lamb, Jaguars, Mixon, Dolphins. This man CeeDee got a bag. That man got like 6 year, $200 million. That's quarterback money. Coop to the Raiders to play tight end. It's kind of weird, but Buckner to the Lions, Kendall Fuller to the Commanders again. He cut him. That's illegal. You can't do that. Oh, PQ to the Bengals. That's interesting. What did he pay him? Paulson Adebo to the Pats. Avonte Maddox to the Cowboys. Both of those are actually kind of interesting. Joe Tryon to the Panthers, which is interesting. Alright, so free agency was kind of quiet for us. We got some low-key signings that I like, but we didn't do anything spectacular. We didn't make any splash plays, which is cool. You don't have to, but alright, 5th-year options. This is big. They're going to have to pay some people this year, like Dafe, but I think Kyle This is a decision right here. Because safeties are usually cheap in Madden. If I wait, he's already above a 90, so I'm not going to get a discount. It's going to be more expensive now or next year. And how much is a 50? They should really tell you how much the 5th year is. Like, that's nonsense that we don't get to know. I think you got to pick up the option. And it makes it a 2-year, because he's not going to be ultra expensive this year, but it's the next season. And you just lock him in. I think we're going to do the same with Linderbaum. I don't believe we have any other first-round picks outside of those two. Those two are the main guys that we're going to want, though. Maybe I think we should keep him. You know what I'm saying? So we lock up Hamilton and Linderbaum for at least 2 more years. This upcoming class, and I'll show y'all who we're going to have to pay. But, like, we have some people that we're going to have to break bread for. Alright, so this year we're going to have to pay Dafe, who's going to ask for like 20 mil. We got 41 in cap next year though, so we're alright. Likely, who's probably not going to ask for that much because based off Pitt's contract, it might be like 10 mil, which would be cool. So we're going to be going up 7 mil with Dafe, call it. Jalen's going to kill our contract. Oh my goodness, that's going to be terrible. Falele, we're going to have to pay. Nah, that's tough. We're gonna have to pay Jalen and Falele. Yeah, there might be some moves made, like some business decisions made this offseason because this contract situation can get sticky. That's for sure. We'll see next year, but this is gonna be tough. And then the year after that, we're gonna have to pay Kyle, Tone, gee whiz. There's gonna be some moves made for sure. I don't think the core of this team can stay together for much longer. All right. Man, that's a cost of being good, you know? You're going to have to pay people. Now, it looks like we should be fine for this year. Like, we shouldn't have too many issues this year. But it's about the following year when you got to pay Kyle, Linderbaum, guys like that. And then you're going to have to move some of the existing guys. That's when it gets sticky. So, whatever we do this this upcoming season, contractually and in that market, we're going to have to be really smart about because it could end up costing us players in the long run if we don't. Alright, draft starting at 5. See y'all when the draft starts. So like, comment, subscribe, I'm out of there. Yeah.